Hello and welcome back to my channel. We all know how America has long been considered the leader of the free world, a role that requires continued commitment to supporting democracy, countering authoritarianism, and promoting freedom and peace globally. But is this what it has been doing? Ever since the 7th of October, not only have we seen America supporting Israel in committing and carrying out a genocide of Palestinians, America is complicit in this genocide. Now, it is a partner in the unaliving of Palestinians, which the world has come to see by now. If really it supported peace and freedom, America wouldn't have vetoed a UN resolution calling for an immediate ceasefire in Gaza, which was backed by almost all of the Security Council members. Now, all of this just shows how South Africa is essentially dethroning America as a world leader, because it is failing to do anything about Israel's case, and having to see South Africa come in to speak on behalf of the oppressed is what has shown the world that America is not fit to be a world leader. Here's a video as the lady shares her own understanding about all of this. I will be right back.
So a lot of people are confused as to why South Africa has decided to take Israel to the ICJ, the International Criminal Justice Court, if the ICJ doesn't have the power to actually enforce any of its rulings. So what is the point of South Africa even taking Israel to court? I think people are missing the bigger picture of all of this, which to me is South Africa is essentially dethroning America as a world leader. I think the world is seeing that America is not fit to be a world leader, because not only is America supporting Israel in committing and carrying out the side of Palestinians, America is complicit in this side. It is a partner in the side of Palestinians, and the world has come to see this. The United States of America vetoed a UN resolution calling for an immediate ceasefire in Gaza, which was unanimously backed by almost all of the Security Council members, including dozens of other nations. America used its power to veto this resolution. I think that people have always known that the UN was controlled by the US and have always known that Israel controlled the US. And now it's starting to look more and more like a fact versus a conspiracy. And with this trial, with this case, the world is coming to know the truth. The world is coming to know that America ultimately has committed genocide on Palestinians, and they're using their power as a world leader to continue genocide. The global south will slowly begin to turn on America, and this is just phase one. South Africa taking Israel to the ICJ is significant. It is symbolic, and it is the beginning of a turn in history. They are essentially dethroning America, and that's what we are watching. We are watching America commit genocide and use their power as a world leader to carry out the genocide. And now we know who the puppet master has been all along. We realize that it's this small-ass country that has been controlling America. So South Africa going straight to the source, who is Israel, and taking them to court, it is significant. It is symbolic as fuck.
Is America still the world leader? Now, it's been argued that the US is still the world leader, but not the global hegemon. Is American supremacy under threat? Well, at the end of the 19th century and at the beginning of the 21st century, the world was multipolar, and the United Kingdom, UK, was its leader. But World War II changed the geostrategic dynamics across the planet, and the world shifted into the bipolar realm, with the United States and the Soviet Union becoming the two major powers. The fall of the Soviet Union after the Cold War changed the dynamics once again, and the US emerged as the only global power. Till today, the US has been leading this unipolar world. Now, looking at the current pace of economic growth in China and other parts of the world, one wonders if the Asian nation could pose a threat to American supremacy in the world. But in order to tackle this proposition, we must first address the question: is the US still the world leader? Is China and other countries a real threat or challenge to US supremacy? In light of this, it has been argued that the US is still the world leader, but not the global hegemon. Do we need to explore this? Of course, yes, because we have seen South Africa coming in now to speak for the oppressed, unlike the world leaders. Now, the International Court of Justice, ICJ, began hearing arguments in South Africa's genocide case against Israel, setting off the most significant international challenge yet to Israel's war in Gaza. Under international humanitarian law, proving allegations of genocide is incredibly difficult, and even if South Africa does prove that Israel is committing genocide or that it is failing to prosecute incitement to genocide or prevent genocide from occurring, ICJ decisions aren't necessarily easy to enforce. But these initial arguments aren't yet entering that complicated territory. Instead, they're about whether the ICJ will issue a preliminary order for Israel to stop its unalivings in Gaza immediately. Now, this case will provide other states with a basis for pressuring Israel to stop its campaign. It creates a firm and objective historical record, which is important in a situation like this where political tensions are so high. South Africa's 84-page application states that the acts and omissions by Israel complained of by South Africa are genocidal in character because they are intended to bring about the destruction of a substantial part of the Palestinian national, racial, and ethnic group in violation of the 1948 Convention on the Prevention and Punishment of the Crime of Genocide. Now, genocides are never declared in advance, but this court has the benefit of the past 13 weeks of evidence that shows incontrovertibly a pattern of conduct and related intention. One of the attorneys arguing South Africa's case told the judges and crowd assembled at the Peace Palace in The Hague. Now, the ICJ referral is not the first step South Africa has taken to hold Israel to account for its attacks on Gaza. The country has repeatedly condemned Israel's actions against Palestinians, and the parliament also voted to close the Israeli embassy and withdrew its diplomatic staff from Israel, while the foreign ministry delivered a referral to the International Criminal Court to investigate alleged crimes, including the crime of genocide in the Palestinian territories in November. What do you, my viewers, have to say about this video? South Africa really dethroning America in its actions.